This thing's got to come out back here. It popped out of the lower control arm. I don't know what that's going to be like. Probably that's too big. Oh, there it is. No, it's too small. Hey, I do want to show you guys. I got these. I seen these. Somebody had them somewhere. Pretty cool. Maybe that was 1 inch. Just turn it and off it comes. Too big. Stick it back on. Turn it. I don't have these in order at the moment. I just threw them on there real quick. There it is. That's it. Uh-oh, I might have to... Guess the penetrating oil soaking on it helped out. Not sure which way that one comes out. Alright, maybe we'll try getting this thing here. Probably not the same socket. It is the same socket. It's this thing here I'm trying to get off. What do you call that? Oh great, that turns. So now what do you do? I don't think the nut's going to come off if the whole thing's turning. I think I might have to get something to hold this. Looks like this is bent. Excuse me. Torsion bar. Okay. Let's see. It's going that way, so I'm going to be like this. No, I want it to be like I did the first time. I better get closer. Excuse me. My camera's got to move so I can get in here. Oh, okay. Well, it's loose, but I wake up in the morning with aches and pains. I know why now. Using muscles here that I haven't probably used. Ugh. Come on, baby, get in there. Oops. Sure could use another hand. You think my air hammer would be able to take it from here, but I can't get it in there because I don't have a sure enough socket. Whew! What a mess underneath this thing. Hey, did the nut come up? No, not quite. Can you come off by hand now? Yes. All right. Okay. I've got it. Did I do it right? I don't know, but I got it. Oops. Nut. Washer. A rubber donut. And the strut. I don't know what this is called. I'll have to find out. Alright. Tag and bag that. And then I broke it off. I broke it off. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't too bad a shape, but I think I'd get a new one anyhow. Well, I'm going to have to now, so. There, that's on my way to clean up. I still have to get this, I don't know, a strut bar, or it's a short one. Okay, here's what I'm working on. I got the nut loose, and that part there was in the lower control arm, but that's a sleeve right here I believe was inside my rubber bushing. So I don't know if this whole bolt should come out, but I'm thinking I gotta at least get this thing off. So that's what I'm gonna work on, trying to get that off. I got a small pipe wrench. Let's just see if we can turn it or not. No, it does not want to turn really. Oh, there we go. Oh, the whole thing's turning. Hey, well that was easy. That was easy. There we go. I still got to get that off, I think, so I guess I'm not out of the woods yet. Alright, I bought this. It's a ball joint remover service kit. But I'm going to try to remove these bushings, which I think I should be able to. I got this. Let me get a wire brush here. Should have had this before I started. Alright. So I'm going to remove these. I'll clean. They look pretty clean, but I'm going to just clean them off a little bit more. Use some brake cleaner. Wire brush on one of them. Really need a smaller wire brush. Get a towel. It's got to come out this way. So that will push against this. I don't know if I have a smaller one. That doesn't fit in there though. And then that will push through there. So I'll go with... Oh, that doesn't fit inside there. Shoot. There, maybe this would work. There we go. Now, where was I? Okay, I think I got it. I'm going to put my, let's move this over. Put my breaker bar on it. 7/8 inch, 7/8 socket. So I'm pushing it. Am I going the right way? I think I'm going the wrong way here. Undo. That's right. That's why I was using that one piece. It'd actually be nice to have room. That's why I was using that, because this is it's gonna push on this and pop it into this cup. So okay, back to where I was doing. So you gotta think. I'm not thinking. Really, I just woke up. That's my excuse. There. There we go. There. Now, when I tighten this and pushing on it, it should push this thing, the bushing this way, and pop it off into here. Alright, once again. Woo! What if it's moving? I might have to put it on the floor. Yeah. It's going to pop, I would hope. Oh, well, I'm afraid to go anymore. I'm afraid I'm going to break something. Break this, break that. Oh, it was a moving. Yeah. Now, how am I going to get this set up? I need this thing in a vise so it doesn't slide around on me. This is not going to be easy. There! It did it. It worked. And that ring was probably supposed to stay, but this part did come out. There we go. That's one. It's gonna pop anytime. This one is definitely pushing through harder. Woo! It's hammer time. I got it. I got them both out. Thing is, I'm thinking this side might be bent. I don't know if I did it or it came off that way. I kind of compared it with the one that's on there, and it looks like it should be straight, so I'll have to look into that. But I got both bearings out, or bushings out, so now it's just a matter of ordering some new ones. Next I'll be taking this ball joint off. But wow, what are those blobs? They look like welds. They do. They look like there's some welds right there. Holy cow. Who did that, I wonder? That's exactly what it looks like. Somebody welded it. Alright. But I'll work on that next. But first, I gotta get a new vise. It finally broke. This is broke, this is broke. I want something to push this way, but something's gotta hold this. Uh-oh, I might need my vise, and if you remember right, I broke it. It was already broke when I first got it, so it was lasted me a long time. Alright, I think what I'm going to try is I'll take a little socket, place it like that, and try to hold it and take a cold chisel and see if I can't knock it down, I guess. Boy, it's more solid here, I think. No! Which one? Cutting wheel or just a slow but easy saw that open? We'll hold it. Oops. Wonder if it'd hold it tight enough for me to turn it. Face shield. Gotta get my face shield on. I like my eyes. Oh yeah, now it's moving. Oops, sorry. So you can see I got a little slit cut. I was able to chisel this way even and get it opened up. Now this thing's loose and it's off. And very little damage to this. Just a nick here and there, and then maybe some right there. But other than that, I think it's still in good shape. Alright, I gotta get this lower ball joint off of this thing. Hopefully get the ball joint out of there. So I got this one started. Ugh. Come on. Alright, let's hope the other one comes off just as easy. Okay, look at that. Yes, I got it off. I thought this was going to really be hard, but it wasn't. Now I got to get that thing out. And not hooked on the car. Might make this thing a little more difficult. Well, sorry, my battery went dead and I got it. Again, you didn't get to see it pop. I whack it, boom, and then it pops. And then I got my ball joint out, which I need a new one because I don't know if I did that, maybe pounding on it somehow. So I need this whole piece. There, I got it all in pieces. Now, I am recording, yes. Now let's hope I can put it all back together. Get some new ball joints ordered. New bushings ordered. Alright, I laid it all out. I took a picture of it. And then that way I can go up to the auto parts store or just be on the computer looking. But I can say this is what I need. This, this, this. Alright, I'm going to do a little sandblasting. My brother-in-law had left behind a 55-gallon trash can. I wasn't sure, he didn't want it, I didn't know what I'd do with it, and I thought, well, maybe I can make a sandblasting box out of it. So I put a couple holes in the top. One for a light, this one maybe if I have a fan blowing it and let the dust blow out that way. Or maybe even could stick a sweeper in there to help suck the dust. I had a couple of legs from an old radio arm saw table I was just going to throw away, but I thought, heck, I could use them. Added some 2x4s. My sandblaster is something I built years ago. It's just a, I don't know, a 10-gallon bucket, 8-gallon bucket. So it's gravity fed out of the bottom. I have a moisture vapor catcher, whatever you call them. I can't think what you call them now. So, and then that goes to my air compressor. I also got one of these for sandblasting, which is okay. It's nice. It worked, but I always had to keep filling this back up. You know, it seemed like you was always filling it up pretty quick. So I decided to go back to my old bucket, gravity fed. And maybe later on in time I will build one out of wood with a plexiglass front, so it will contain even more of the sandblast. I wouldn't even have to be wearing my hood that I got there. So I guess it's this way. So let me get started. Well, as you can see, it gets it, but it takes a while, and you really need a good compressor. So I can wire brush this off and then spray it with the, well, let me get it. I'm using Eastwood's Fast Etch acid-based rust remover, metal prep. I seen Rust-Oleum had some also, so you spray within or that, it'll turn it black as it works, and it's ready for painting. So if sandblasting doesn't work for you, you can always do the wire wheel. Here I got it on a body grinder, here I got it on a drill. Wire weld it down brush her off, and then I'm going to spray it really heavy with this to clean it up. Got my face shield. Put some gloves on. Let's go to town. But first I thought I'd better use Eastwood's painting prep and clean this thing off, because it's got sand grit on it and it would have the rust. Clean it off. Alright, let's prep this. There, I'll come back, maybe give it a second coat. Okay, this nut was welded in 4 spots around. They're not supposed to be welded that I know of, too. I'm new at this, but so I had to cut the welds, and then I tried using my socket. But it was just so tight I still couldn't get it, and I didn't know if I had all these welds cut or not. But so now I was going to cut this off, but I had to watch. I want to make sure I didn't get to the thread part. So I cut so far, I cut a groove in it, and now I'm pounding it around with my cold chisel. New one. I don't know what the reason they welded this nut on there. Might be the threads were no good or something, I don't know, and they didn't want to replace this. I probably just pounded everything I did back down. Nope. Oh, that's all I needed. Get a better grip on it. Wow. Oh, so yeah, there is threads in there, isn't there? So there's threads inside this thing which look really, really thin. Look wore down or something. So yeah, see, that's the welds. I'd have to clean them all up. I don't think this is good. So there's my ball joint. Got it out. Whew. Alright, I'm going to be getting this area cleaned up and get get it sprayed with some of that metal prep or acid self-etching stuff. I'm going to get this ready so the front suspension will be ready to go on. And there's just a crud of stuff. I'm watching for UPS because it's going to come and give me some new rocker arms. They're delivering new rocker arms. Alright, I'm going to try the duplicar collar rust fix. Let's see how that works. Alright, I gotta let it dry, sit and dry. I made my own paint shaker. Okay, let's see. Where can I put that light? I sprayed the rust remover all over all this, so anything that was like here black, it's taken away the rust and changed it to black primer. I'm out here. I'm going to paint this area, give it a nice flat black, not flat, but semi-gloss black. Not worried about this too much. Well, today I'm going to clean up my brake caliper and paint it up. See how it looks. Now, I'm going to block off this hose, pinch it off, and I seen this from Eric the car guy. I thought that's a pretty good idea because I don't know how well that pinched it off. Let me go down a little farther. got a new hose for this too, so. Alright, I just didn't want brake fluid to be leaking all over, or the whole thing to drain out. Wrong way. I will get some leaking out of here probably. Do the rest. There we go. Let's try it. This is duplicolor caliper paint that I'm trying. I use duplicolor cleaner. So we'll try this. Let this dry a little bit and we'll give it a couple more coats. Well, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, you know, it's not going to look like a brand new one, but I'm kind of happy with it. Okay, I got a new hose here. This piece is all new. And I was looking at it, I was thinking, wow, man, it looks like I got a disconnect here, but it looks like there's a tab right here. I don't know how it comes out. Not really sure if I can pry it out of there. So here's my new hose. See, it already has that. Oops, get down here where you can see it. So it already has that piece. It's right here. And then it had this big piece. And I thought, what's this? What's that for? A little lock ring. And I thought, and after I observed this, I seen, okay, this is the lock ring, and then you got this big nut here. I've gotten WD-40 underneath of it, so let's see if I can't. There we go. Yep, there's the clip. Let's see. And it's hard to get a wrench in there because we got this little tab there. So it's loose there, but this nut must screw off the top. It's the only thing I can think of. I don't have that. Guess we'll have to spray it and let it soak. Keep spraying. Come back to it later. Okay, this is the left side, driver's side front suspension. Got it cleaned up, painted. I'm just going to go over the pieces. I may not know exactly what each piece is called, but so we're going to start right here with the caliper, which of course hooks onto the spindle, and then we got our rotor, and then I don't know if it's a splash plate or something like that. Then you got your spindle, and then we got our lower ball joint, and I believe that hooks into the lower control arm. And then we got a strut that goes up to the front frame of the car, and you got some bushings here. In the back of the lower control arm, we got a bushing that will go in there, and then this bolt, which will bolt into part of the frame also. Then we go to the upper control arm, and we got the ball joint. Now this is a plastic cover protecting it, so that will come off. And then we got two bushings that's been pressed in already. And then you got your cam bolts for alignment on each side. And then the shock goes down through. And then over here on the lower control arm, you got your torsion bar, which goes out to the cross member frame. So it will stick, it will go inside there. And then this pin will go inside on that side. And then that's the boot that goes on it and covers that. And then this side of the torsion bar goes inside the lower control arm. And then the lower control arm has the adjustment bolt that adjusts the key and decides, I think, the height plus maybe more torque, puts a little more twist on the torsion bar. So that there is my lower suspension to my '74 Plymouth Duster.